Now, who would have thought there was some drama in the football reaction space? There are a few channels out there that do these things. New ones pop up almost every week, it seems. And fair play, you want to do something, you want to bring the football fans together and rejoice in rival tears or celebrate together in supporters' celebrations, obviously. And it's just something that football fans love to do because it's banter, it's a bit of fun, it's hilarious. You want to see the salt, you want to see the tears and all that sort of stuff, right? And there are a few channels out there that get a whole lot of views. Some of them have been around for many a year, but only really started kicking off recently. Others have come in the last year or so, and they've overtaken everybody else, and they seem to be running riot in the sense of nothing is happening in a negative way towards them, meaning that they're putting the clips up there, they're giving the proper attribution, let's say that they are, but the algorithm of YouTube is not catching anything for copyright because they're putting clips together. And clips have always been one of those things that have interested me in the sense of how does someone put together a compilation or a highlight package and have it monetized when they're adding no commentary whatsoever. I get even the aspect of transforming it. Like you've taken a 20-second reaction clip from a 2-hour stream, you've put that with somebody else's and somebody else's, you've done the hard yards to do the recording and clip it and put it in sequence and render and all that sort of stuff. That to me is transformative. I don't think anyone should be getting demonetized or not being able to make money for something like that. You give the proper attribution in the sense of fair use and excluding the whole copyright thing, and I know something about that because I had a video struck from Never a Foul because I dared to use 7-8 minute section of an hour and a half stream and do 20 minutes worth of commentary behind it or whatever it was. And if I didn't remove the video within 7 days, I would have a copyright strike, and I'm not about that. So I deleted the video and then I just re-uploaded it a few days later. But it does happen for bizarre reasons, whatever that may be. Now, this is Bobby Bounce from Fan Reaction FC, and they're one of the OGs in the fan reaction space, and they have a few things to get off their chest. So, to give you the quick rundown, they started their channel on December 31st of 2020. They did a few things for a bit. They let it go because of some personal issues. Then they came back, and then in the meantime, somebody else had already come about and started doing what they were doing. Then they got back into it. And then we have this, I don't know if it's beef, if it's misunderstanding, if it's, I don't give a shit about you, I'm going to be better than you type of thing, competition, shall we say. But let's hear what Mr. Bobby Bounce says. And it's Bobby Bounce because he had to make a avatar or something to put commentary in the video so it wasn't taken down by the YouTube algorithm for copyright infringement or copyright use, which to me I think is a bit bullshit when other channels are doing far worse and getting away with it, making hella money from this. But I think everyone should be able to do such a thing, given if proper attribution is provided. I don't think there should be anything wrong. Of course, unless you are clipping 10, 20, 30-minute segments nonstop and not changing anything about it, like just copy, paste, bang, that, I think there's a question mark behind that. But let's hear what Mr. Bobby Bounce has to say.
Earlier last year, a year ago, I made a few videos and went into some issues in my personal life, and I had to stop making videos. During this time, another channel came up called Fan Reactions Football Club, which you guys will be acutely aware of. Essentially is a carbon copy of this channel. Has more subscribers. The reason for that is that essentially for about 9 months, it was the only channel that was doing these clips. So everybody was subscribing and yeah, great, great for that channel. Then I decided to come back. I got over my issues and decided I want to carry on and start making the channel again. So what I did is I started it up, the monetization picked up again, and after about 2 or 3 months, I noticed it was removed. Now, I have my suspicions why this happened. I'm not going to speculate, but I have some suspicions. I was the first channel to start posting immediately on full time. Nobody did that. Nobody could edit that quick. The other channel I'm referring to would normally post an hour or two after. Once I was back on the scene, he realized quite quickly that it is first come, first served. I'm under no illusions, guys. You click on the first one you find, and I totally get that. I do the same. You've got no loyalty. You just click the first one you find because
he's got a point. I might pause a little bit early here, but yeah, definitely. In today's world, especially when there are a lot of reaction channels in terms of like watch-alongs, hate-alongs, a lot more people are setting up channels to do their, footballing takes and all that sort of shit, which I'm all for. I'm not against it. I'm all for it. Watch-alongs and things like that, for me, not my thing. I wouldn't do them personally. I'd rather just watch it and just, have my own, celebrations and reactions when I'm watching it, on my phone or TV or whatever it is. Not my thing to do it in front of a camera and broadcast it to the world. I've tried a few. It's just not for me. It's not for me at all. Some do it. Some are way over the top. Some are good at it. Some are shameless. Some are arrogant. Some you want to see the tears. Some just go way over the top and they do hella performative shit. But it is what it is. And when you clip the celebrations or the tears, whatever it may be, it is very much a case of who's got the first video of the celebrations, who's got it, and you have to be on the ball. It's almost like you have to be watching, knowing when something happens, bang, go to that channel, bang, clip, thank you, into the software, bang, next one, clip into the software, bang, next clip in the software, full time comes, bang, render, upload, Bob's your uncle. Could be done in 20, 30 minutes, depending on how good your computer is or whatever it is, and your internet speeds to upload, right? So Bobby Bounce does have a point here where it is very much a case of first in, best dressed, because you're going to click on the first one that you see. And when it's just a clips channel, like specific, just clips, there's no commentary, there's no interaction, there's none of that sort of stuff. You don't care. You just want to watch the reactions to the goals.
Essentially, we're providing you the same stuff. It's the same streamers. They're the stars of the show, not us. It's completely them. And
Correct.
he realised quite quickly that he was losing viewers and subscribers, and I had a couple of emails about that, and he wasn't happy. He didn't like the channel name, albeit he didn't realise I'd already used his channel name a year before, but he just didn't know about it.
Wait, so another channel come up and they emailed you and they were complaining that they were not getting the amount of views because you did a better job. What is that not what's meant to happen? Competition, yeah? Is if you are better at what somebody else is doing, should you not then be rewarded for it?
So anyway, that was that. We just cracked on. Suddenly I had my monetization removed, which I was okay. I thought I'll just appeal it. And it got rejected and I had to wait 3 months. I carried on, just do it for free. And that got rejected as well. So after that, I thought, well, okay, we're coming to the end of the season. We'll start up again this season, the beginning of this season. So in this time, I did wonder why the other channel wasn't, getting demonetized. I don't understand how it hasn't been flagged. So I raised this with YouTube. I managed to speak to some of the creative support and they advised me that it is a case if it's all automated. If the system thinks you're breaching, it will, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But they informed me that as my channel stood.
I'm just trying to think, why would you want to inquisite about somebody else's stuff though? I get he wants to say, well, hang on a second, how is this allowed but mine isn't? And what's the go there? And they say it's all automated. So why are they the ones being targeted then?
Which is essentially, getting clips, putting them together, adding some graphics to it like I do, some transitions. I always normalize the audio. So if you listen on headphones, you should get better quality. I upload in full HD. Other channels do it in 720. So I do quite a lot of different things to try and make it stand out or be better. But they informed me that if I carry on that way, I can never monetize a channel. And to be frank, I have a job. I have other things going on. My mum passed away a couple of months ago.
Does shit go?
10 weeks ago, actually, to be exact. And quite frankly, I'm running. I did consider stopping the channel this season, but this is giving me a distraction, Yeah,
I was about to say, I know what that's like, losing a parent early. Happy Father's Day to all yous out there, by the way. And yeah, it is an escape. Like football is an escape for everybody from their week-to-week, day-to-day stuff. This is why we go to football matches. This is why we talk about football. This is why we want to see people melting down and celebrating and doing all sorts of madness, because it gets us away from our real life.
It's hard, I'm going through really tough times. And so for me, doing this is something to keep my mind busy. And I sort of enjoy the back end graphic side of it. So my decision was, carry on, do it for free forever. And if the other channel gets flagged, it does. If he keeps making money, then fair play to him. He's getting lucky. Or I'll try and do something different. And I thought, well, do you know what? No, I'll do something different. So Bobby Bounce, as you're looking at me here, this was my logo. This is what I made when I first made the channel. And I thought, can I make this into a talking football? And I've had a go, as you can see.
It's crazy how it's all automated. I think there is a way to do it. It must have some automation where when you speak, it takes the words and the inflections and all that sort of stuff and makes the mouth move as close to what the actual representation would be if you're watching him on camera. Obviously, they don't want to reveal their face and whatever, which is fair enough. They want to go through an avatar or a little logo. That's all cool. That's all good and well. And I don't mind it. I don't mind a bit of personality. I don't mind hearing and knowing what the person who's putting these videos together are thinking. It adds character. It adds more of a connection type of thing. I'm all for it. I got no issues with Bobby Bounce, and he's maybe conscious is not the right term, but he always posts in the in the comments of videos. Yes, I know I'm annoying. I know I'm this. I know you're not here for me, but I have to make it work and bloody blah, blah, blah. I'm all for it. I think it's great. A bit of humor, a bit of personality, a bit of a character, no pun intended, for Fan Reaction FC.
See, I'm trying to do it now. So I started doing it, and naturally, first couple of videos, a lot of people are like, oh, this is rubbish, I hate it, which is fine, and I completely get it, because I don't want to do it. I do not want to be part of the video. I know you're not here for me. I know you're not loyal to me. I don't expect loyalty. The guy at the other channel, for some reason in our emails, I got the impression that he feels that his viewers and you are loyal to him, and you're not. Listen, you just want to see the streamers. They're the important ones. We just...
The only thing that would make someone loyal to somebody else is the way that they portray themselves. Like, there's a reason why some people like certain Liverpool creators and others like certain Spurs creators or United or Chelsea or Arsenal, whoever. It's the personality. I've always said, go back to my previous streams. If I'm talking about streamers and creators, whatever, I can say the exact same thing the next person can say. But some people may like my demeanor, they might like how I speak, they might like my opinions, they might like just my personality where he's cool, he's chill, he's laid back, or, he does this or whatever, yeah? Same thing with this, for example. If someone else decided to put their personality into their videos out of necessity that they have to, because otherwise, YouTube is going to strike down on them, there's no problems there. Then you become a competition of, okay, who's more enjoyable to watch? Who do I want to hear from? Who do I want to hear their opinions from? In this case, Bobby Bounce seems to be winning the race at the moment. Those who are there just for the highlights, they don't give a shit about anything. They'll just go and watch whoever's there. Like he says, there's no loyalty in it. If you think you're going to get all these hella views because you don't speak, that's not always the case. It's just, it's the first one that I see, bang, I'm going to click it. Not every reaction channel is the same. Some have different creators, some have different people, some do things differently. Again, I have no issues with having some actual discussion about the goals that are being scored or conceded or whatever it is, because it adds more to the video. It's character. There is substance behind it, not just, oh yeah, I saw a bunch of clips and then on I went with my day.
Provide you a quick way of seeing it without you having to go to those channels and manually find it. But he thinks it's about him. And I made it clear to him, I said, look, it's not about us. People will click on the first one they see. So essentially, I'm doing this with one arm tied behind my back. Every time I'm on camera creating these videos, I'm now 10, maybe 15 minutes slower than I used to be. So on full-time whistle, I'll have the video ready to go, but now I've got to go and talk over the top. And if the video is 7 minutes, I'll be talking for 7 minutes. If it's 15, I'll be talking for 15. So you'll notice that I've been taking the odd things out, like red cards and the odd bits and bobs, because I'm trying to get the video up. A prime example today, I uploaded a video and last week, I'm 10 minutes behind that other channel and he'll get 50, 100,000 views more than me. Whereas last season, when we're both putting our videos out at the same time, we both get a similar amount.
Bro, that's a big man. For 15 minutes, you're getting 50 odd, 100,000 views in between. Bro, that United game, definitely 191,000 views on that one. That's madness to think that 15 minutes can cost you 100,000 views, especially if it's a big game. Wow.
Quite often I would get more. But it is what it is. I can't do anything. I have to be in these videos in order to have any chance of getting some money back from it. But it's not about making a lot of money. It's, I would be happy with enough money to pay my Sky bill. If I can get into a monetization program and I had enough money to pay for the licenses for the software and I could pay for my Sky TV at the end of the month, I'd be more than happy. I'm never going to replace my career. But with that said,
true, YouTube should be a hobby. Even in something does become full-time, it's so volatile, you just don't know when this shit's going to go up in flames. Your channel might dip, people might get sick of you be involved in some real-life controversy, and then you go up in smoke. And I'm not talking about, proper, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Dre Styles. You're going up in smoke in a bad way.
There are comments, some people have complained, oh, why are you doing this? I've put it in I've pinned it on every single video this season. It's saying in a short version what I've been talking about for the last 9 minutes. And by the way, if you're still listening after 9 minutes, fair play. I don't expect many people to watch this.
Always watch a person's video all the way through to the end. If they're just for the highlights, sorry. The person put some effort into a video, the least you can do is watch the whole damn thing through, yeah?
So at the end of the day, I'm going to carry on as I am. I can reapply for monetization in a couple of weeks. If I get approved, fantastic, we'll carry on as we are. But for everybody that keeps commenting, saying, why are you choosing to do this, blah, 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 trust me, it's making my life harder. It's hurting the channel because I can't upload, as it's physically impossible to get the videos done and talk over it and get the video out on full-time whistle like I used to. It just can't be done. I'm always going to be 5-10 minutes behind that other channel. So he is going to continue to grow. He is going to continue to make a lot of money because he has done some great views, you know, over the last year, because, you know, and certainly since the back end of last season. And fair play to him, but he will get flagged. And the other little channels that are coming up doing the same thing, at some point, YouTube's going to flag it, and they will be find themselves in a position whereby you carry on for free, you just do it for free, or you've got to become part of the video. And I've chosen to try and be part of the video. I try to talk, I try to have a bit of banter, but I also don't want to offend the streamers. I don't want to upset them. I don't want them to feel offended. It is harmless banter. But YouTube...
Bro, this is one thing this is one hill I'll definitely die on. There is no such thing as offending someone who's putting their opinions and views and whatever out there. They've decided to willingly broadcast themselves through the microphone, through the camera, onto the internet. What someone says in rebuttal, or if there is a disagreement or criticism, that is all good and well. The only time I will say it could be harsh, overblown, overdone, is when they start swearing and attacking the person directly, like looks and everything else in between. And there are many men out there who do this already, which I'm not for. I'm all for people doing reactions, doing, well, this, they said this, I disagree for this reason, or I agree and this is why, or let me add this to the conversation. But abusing someone, commenting and complaining and just taking the piss out of their looks or appearances or anything like that, that's where I'm just like, bro, it's not what reaction commentary should be, man, in my opinion.
YouTube wants me to be part of the video. I have to speak. I have to try to be entertaining. So I do. I try and have a bit of a joke. I try and a bit of sort of harmless comments here and there. And it's not easy, but I'll try. So there we are, guys. I'm going to carry on. I will say this, though. There's been more positive comments in the videos since the season started by a mile. Been loads more. And the likes as well. Thank you very much. Weirdly, I'm getting more likes than he is on his channel with videos that are getting half the amount of views.
Because there is substance to the video. It's not just highlights coming through. Because what like do you get? What do you get out of watching highlights that don't offer you anything but, well, I saw my highlights and I'm done? It's like, why would you like a video that has highlights of a footballing match? But for me, that's a bit weird. Like, unless it's something you want people to see it more, you like it. That's the only reason why you want it to grow. That's why people are so big on liking videos, like the stream, get more viewers watching this, let it hit the algorithm and those sorts of things there. And I believe you me, if this takes off, which I hope it will, and it bloody well should, Bobby Bounce, Fan Reaction FC will be a big thing, because not only are you getting highlights of the goal reactions, but you're also getting some commentary and personality behind it as well. Because it's very easy to just put clips together. It's very difficult to actually speak, and you need the balls as well to put yourself out there. People think, yeah, I'm going to turn a camera on and away I go. Wait till you start getting negative criticism. Then it's flight or fight. It's fly or sink or swim. It's either sink or swim. You either, sink to the bottom and it just ruins you, or you swim and you make it through. Some people make it through, some prefer not to. It is what it is. A lot of people are a little bit adverse to it, but yeah, this will take off. It just give them a bit of time. More likes you get means more people will be watching it. Yes, the views are one thing, but I've seen videos with like tens of thousands of views and next to no likes on there. So they just saw it and just like, I don't even care enough to like this, and just let it go. So,
but for whatever reason, YouTube is not promoting me at the moment. The algorithm doesn't like me, and it's purely down to timing. If it gets out 10 minutes before, there's nothing I can do. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. I did message that guy and I explained to him at the end of the season. I said, look, this is what's going to happen. Why don't you do the same thing? Why don't we both do it together? You go on camera, I go on camera, and we just do our own thing. Let people get to know our personalities. But he chose to ignore me, ignored that email. And interestingly enough,
I just said the exact same thing a few minutes ago. Why did I forget this was in the video? I thought he was talking about them getting on camera and discussing their differences, but he's talking about, no, show your personality. Bloody hell. I agree. This will be more popular than just highlights, because highlights anyone can do. You need to have a good personality and a good character to keep people interested, to keep, what's he going to say? How's he going to react? What do you think about this? This is why we watch our favorite creators. We want to hear what they say. We want to know what they're thinking. This is why we are drawn to these types of people.
There's a small channel that popped up a couple of days of this season, and the guy's created a really good thumbnail, like really good. And this big channel's stolen it. He's completely stolen his thumbnail, and he's stolen other ideas that I've done over time. And it is very frustrating, and I get it. YouTube is a dog-eat-dog world. People do steal each other's stuff. They do copy each other's content. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I don't expect any loyalty from you guys. I really, really don't. It's all, you come to this channel to see tears from your rivals, and I absolutely get that. But it is a lot of work. It is hard. There is a lot of effort that goes into it. And I think, you know, if I can get enough money just to pay my Sky bill, I'll be more than happy. Be more than happy. And if I can't, I can't. You know, and if YouTube rejects me when I reapply, then I've got a decision, which is carry on for free. And at which point I might as well stop coming on the video. Bobby Bounce might as well go away, because if YouTube rejects me, there's nothing I can do. But if you read the reuse content policy, they say you need to add transformative content, you need to have a voiceover, you need to have a commentary, you need to add something different. Well, that's what I'm doing. So I'm completely playing by the rules. That other channel is not playing by the rules, but getting away with it. So we'll see. You know, they say life's not fair. Maybe it will become fair down the line. But if you are still watching, I doubt anybody is 14 minutes deep. This is probably more of a bit of therapy for myself.
If you are still watching 21 minutes into this video, you best damn believe you're liking the video and you're going to subscribe to Fan Reaction FC if you haven't.
Than anybody else. But yeah, I'm going to upload this and we'll see what the future holds. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all the likes and the really nice comments I've had over the last couple of weeks. I really appreciate that. Bobby Bounce will carry on for the moment, and we'll see what happens in the near future. But in the meantime, take care, happy tears, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Liverpool Man United. Cheers. Bye.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well played to him. And you can see there, what, 300 likes, or under 2,000 views. People like condolences for the passing of his mother, which is a shit go. Like I said, I know what it's like to lose a parent no good. And I commented as well. I said I watched all through to the end, and I'll be doing my own transformative commentary on this, as I know what you're going through because of the whole never a foul situation. Your new format is protected under fair use because of your commentary, so there should be no issues whatsoever. But I will say, I did. Let me, if I can pull this up. If I can pull this up off screen real quickly. This is, obviously we looked at this already, 3rd April 2023. Now what you will see, when he said the thumbnails, you can see there's a certain thumbnail in there. So there's one here. And if you look at this from Goal, which is the one I think they were referencing, joined 16th of April 2020. Another channel you should be subscribing to. They're under 2K. Let's get them up at least a little bit more. We can do that. And if you'll notice, the thumbnails they've been doing, all pretty much the same 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, all same format, the diagonal across, the fan reaction on the top right, top left corner, sorry, the teams and everything else like that. That's where we are. And then if you look at this one here, it's and there you see it, that one there, that's normally the fan reaction. So it looks like they've gone back to the original formats when they've been called out for it. So there you go. There you go, another one there. Yeah, it's not easy to come up with ideas, but I'm pretty sure there was a video that was removed for copyright because, yeah, Arteta versus Emery revisionism debate. So ineligible copyright claim. I think it was AFTV, if I'm not mistaken. As heated, where was it here? Content ID. Which one was it? Cannot be monetized. Yeah, global fan network vendor on behalf of AFTV. So even if you're using it in fair use, still they'll probably pin you back for it. So it's a shit go. But big ups to Bobby Bounce, big ups to Fan Reaction FC. Also check out the other channel as well. Check out Goal Football Fan Reactions, and let's hope the boys get the love they deserve. Big ups to Bobby Bounce. Thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. And look, let me know, which channel do you prefer watching? Do you like watching someone because they've got the clips first up, or do you wait for someone with the personality, someone who's going to give you a bit of commentary, a bit of banter as well, not just the views? I personally like a bit of personality. That's just me. Everyone's a little bit different, but you guys can let me know in your thoughts. Links posted to both channels down below, to Football Fan, Fan Reactions FC, and also to Goal Football Fan Reactions. So do check them out. Big ups once again. Fan Reaction FC, that's the one. Yeah. And I'm out for this one. See yous.